Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is Real Housewives of Atlanta and season 7, episode 12. We start right off, child, in the kitchen with Mallory and that fucking Cynthia and Peter, and they're basically, again, giving up their motherfucking scene, talking about that goddamn Nene. They were going back into the whole shit about the friendship contract and all that. And that goddamn Cynthia actually still had that paper somewhere filed. She's so goddamn foolish and always giving up her say, I'm not going to give up my scene. I'm not giving up my 5 minutes sitting there talking about Nene and Cynthia, okay? So that's it. They did that. She filed the contract, burned it up, and that was it. Mallory's still sitting there making sideways jokes about how, well, why don't you like me, Peter? This, that, thing, and the other. Fuck you, Mallory. Don't nobody like you because you're just an evil, nasty bitch. And that's why don't nobody like you. You know, Peter tried to be all nice and shit, but fuck Mallory with her simple bullshit. Anyway, and fuck Cynthia. I'm so sick of her this season. I really am. I really didn't used to care anything about Cynthia and what she was doing. Now it's like, as soon as I see her, I'll be like, ugh, here she come. Applehead bitch. Anyway, moving the fuck on. Candy and Todd. They're going to see Dr. Jackie, and it was good to see. I like Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine. She looked good, too. I was like, check out that motherfucking weave Dr. Jackie got. Dr. Jackie was looking good. But anyway, they go down. They've already had Candy checked out, and they said Candy's fine. They're going to check Todd now because, you know, she's been off the pill and everything for over a year, and she's not getting pregnant. Anyway, so they wanted to check Todd out. And I mean, really, look at the fucking stress that you're under. Every time he sticks his dick in her, it's probably a whole stressful thing. You know what I mean? When you think about it, just like, why are we trying to have a baby? This is just horrible. And that probably just fucks it all up, you know? Ridiculous. Being at home probably stresses him out more than being at work, dealing with Joyce and all that old bullshit. Who could get pregnant? But anyway, it was very awkward. The whole appointment was just so awkward. They talk about him jacking off in the cup and all this kind of business. And I don't know, just that's awkward. That is fertility clinics, period. Awkward situation. Very much awkward. Okay? But anyway, it came back basically that he was okay. He really was all right. But, you know, going forward, he's not going to be able to wear those panties that he wears for Candy anymore. So no more pretty panties, Todd. You're going to have to wear boxers, doll. You know, you're not going to be able to wear those cute, tight shit if you want to knock this hoe up, you know. And no alcohol. The alcohol intake is going to have to be pretty much wiped out. But now let me say this, and here I go, soapboxing. They're so busy trying to have this other baby, okay? Which is ridiculous. You want to have this baby. The blending of the family that you have is not working. You're trying to have this blended family. The shit's not working. And I'm going to tell you why it's not working. And I have said this before. I really don't. You know, we say the kids are off limits and we try not to mess with the kids. But you know what, Candy? You keep putting your motherfucking daughter on this TV after we asked you not to. I really wish that you would take Riley off of this show. Because from where I'm sitting, honey, Riley is more like Joyce than I think we would like to actually admit. She's a nasty little something, honey. And we seen it the last time she was actually on the show. But we kind of gave her a pass. You know I did. I was giving her a pass a little bit. Riley is just as nasty. Just as nasty. She need her motherfucking ass whooped. And Kayla need to pop her right in her mouth when y'all ain't looking. And I was appalled when I figured out that she's only 11 years old. She's 11. And I'm like, wow, she really is tall. But fuck all that. That attitude, at any age, horrible. The little girl, Kayla, y'all sitting there, are y'all trying that y'all? I never liked that y'all when I was a kid. Y'all, especially when you know it's one motherfucker that's the problem and you do the y'all thing. There's one motherfucker in your house that's the problem and her name is motherfucking Riley. Okay? Kayla ain't did nothing to nobody. And I was really pissed off with Candy at first, but then I thought about it. Why am I pissed off with Candy? Todd, you motherfucking midget, you're the one that went and got your daughter, uprooted her, drug her down here with these cocksuckers. And now she's sitting around trying to fight to make relationships with these sons of bitches that don't want to make relationships. The little girl says, well, I come and I try to talk with you, but you don't want to come out of the room. So you're hiding in the room making her chase you. And you think that that's cute, Riley. That's not cute. That's not cute at all. And Candy, and you know, everything is hell, bitch. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. You need to be checking your motherfucking daughter. But then, see, the shit goes back even further. Because shouldn't have been no motherfucking wedding. Shouldn't have been no wedding when the kids don't vibe and fall into place with the shit. With me, wouldn't be no motherfucking wedding. Ain't no motherfucking way that there's issues with my kid and the arrangement and the motherfucking wedding go on. I wouldn't give a fuck how pretty the dress is. Well, in your case, it wasn't. But just the same, I just can't see it. It's just all just fucked up. It really is. It's just fucked up. And I don't know why, but you allow Riley to get away with way too much when it comes to Kayla. And I just can't see it. Todd, what are you going? You ain't fighting hard for your mom, but for your mama. Poor thing that passed away. You didn't fight real hard for her, and you ain't fighting for your daughter now. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's ridiculous. And I know there's 10 other bitches in Atlanta that can suck dick better than Candy. You know? Now, they may not have as much money. But I know there's 10 bitches that can polish your head off just as good as or better than Candy and strap on and fuck you in your tail too. Or whatever that little shit you be doing. Because I think you really freaked out. You know, I think Candy, there's a little hold that she has on them too. Because I think their freak number is about a 25 on the 1 to 10 scale. But you can find somebody else to do all that. Or find you a couple people. You're in Atlanta, baby. You can find you somebody to do what it is that you like. But you ain't got to let these motherfuckers run over your goddamn daughter. And I don't like it. From where I'm sitting at, I don't like it. I feel very, very bad for the child. I really do. Nobody's paying in this situation but poor Kayla. And I looked at that poor little thing. She looked just like Todd with a motherfucking wig on. I said, God bless her, honey. Looking just like her daddy. And then when later on in the program, when, no, I'll get to that in a second. Let me finish this one point here. When they said, oh yeah, it'll be better because Riley was like, I don't know her friends. I don't know any of her friends. What did I got to do with anything? And if you don't come out of that room eating Twinkies and shit, you ain't never going to know her or her friends. She don't know your friends either. So why don't you introduce her? You just don't want to be bothered. That's what it is. And your mammy is allowing you to be that way. And it's fucked up. Then she turns around and says, well, when Kayla gets her license in her car, then maybe y'all be going places. She gonna say, oh yeah, then she can take me over so-and-so's house, drop me off over so-and-so's house. She is not your motherfucking chauffeur, Riley. And Candy in there, he hell. Hell, you okay to use her app. Oh, honey, y'all need to get that together. Y'all need to get that together or don't fucking show it. Because I'm telling you, as we go forward, I'm going to start dragging Riley, honey, and it'll just be what it is. And y'all could be all mad down in the comments and y'all could do and say what y'all want. But if I got to sit here and watch this little girl act like a bitch, I'm telling you, coming forward, I'm going to call her a couple. Now, I'm just saying. If I got to be subject to watch that means you putting her out there. If that's what she's portraying, that's what the fuck I'm going to call her. Because it's not nice to say, but if you act like a bitch at 11, some motherfuckers want to point it out that you're a bitch at 11. So, on that, I'm going to move on. I'm going to let it go right now. Because I know y'all ain't going to like that. And y'all go ahead on down in them comments and have a ball. But I'm telling you, if I'm forced to look at an 11-year-old bitch, I'm going to call her on it. So, I begged hard to get them to stop showing Riley. But no, oh, honey, no. I'm telling you now, as of the TV children that I know of that are on TV right now, honey, Riley is at the bottom of my list, honey. And Candy, you better get it together because you're going to be crying again. That's my daughter. You're going to be crying again because I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. I'm sure I'm not. And somebody else will be bold enough to say what it is that needs to be said. You're going to be crying again. Because I guess you can't control Riley either like you couldn't control your mammy. Let me go because I'm about to get an attitude. Anyway, then when they were at that little, the little driving park thing, and they go out there and she surprised Todd with a Corvette. And, you know, the media has been so ugly and people have accused him of trying to use her. He couldn't even enjoy the gift, you know what I mean? And everything. Couldn't even enjoy it. He's just like, you know, she's like, you act like you're not excited. He is, but if he acts too excited, you know, he's damn if he do, damn if he don't. If he acts too excited, then they're going to be like, look, I told you he was using her and this, that thing, and the other. Ciao, bye. It was a pretty little car and all that. And when I looked at that motherfucking Kayla built like shit. I say, I ought to be trying to get her to model and stuff because she is really built really, really nice. And it looks like she always plays her body down, but she's really put together really nice. She definitely has a model stature, you know. She might be a little too short, but she really got a body on her. So who knows? And then she's quiet. She would probably make a good model. I don't know. And then again, you see them trying to force that fucked up relationship. Riley, you get in the car with Todd, and Kayla, you get in the truck with me. I don't want to be in the truck with you, bitch. And Riley was probably giving, I don't want to get in the truck with this little motherfucking idiot of a midget. You know, try to force that old shit. Ain't nobody happy but you. You fucking who you want to fuck. All them selfish decisions you made with this bullshit. And your inside of your house is fucked up. It really is. Anyway. Oh, one more thing. Did you all catch when they were talking about having the baby and Riley said, yeah, the baby will be perfect if the baby's just like me. Anyway, and then she said something about the baby's name being Burris and all of this. And Candy's going back and forth talking about, well, yeah, that name kind of sounds better. And Todd caught the fucking reads and caught the shade. And he said, if you caught it, he said, well, you know, you can change your name back to Burris anytime you get ready. They're inside the house. The shit's fucked up. They shouldn't even want to show that shit. It's some bullshit. Anyway, moving on. I'm done with them. Some kids that are cute, that act like kids and are decent. Phaedra's kids. We see Phaedra's kids. They were with Apollo. He took them out to the ice cream store and stuff. They're cute. I looked at Dylan. Boy, Dylan looked just like that motherfucking Phaedra. I said, oh my gosh, it's like she spit him out. He is her spitting image. And little Aiden, they were cute. They were out there eating their little ice cream and stuff. And I'm laughing at Apollo with his old trick ass trying to talk to them. He's trying to have this conversation with them that they are too young for, you know. And I laughed so hard when that motherfucking Aiden said, when he said, what happens when you do something wrong? He said, you get in trouble. And he says, well, what about when daddy and mom do something wrong? He said, you get in trouble and you go to timeout forever. I said, Lord have mercy. And Apollo's like, no, not forever. Yeah, motherfucker, you're going to timeout forever, you motherfucker. Keep your hands off other people's money, you son of a bitch. But I laughed so hard at that. But yeah, they were just as cute. And then the baby, Aiden, the baby wanted to kiss Aiden, and Aiden kissed him. Then he wiped it off and go say, hey, you cut that out, you little rascal. They were cute. It was really refreshing to see some cute kids after looking at that motherfucking Burris Tucker bullshit. But yeah, I liked it. But I just thought that conversation that Apollo was trying to have with them babies was just, them babies wasn't chow. They was like, what the fuck you talking about? Bring your ass home. When you coming home, you stupid son of a bitch? Said, Lord have mercy. Okay, so the rest of the episode was consumed with those folks that I just can't do. But anyway, so Sports Bar 1 or Sports 1, which is Peter's new club, was opening up. So they had to drive, I think it was like 3 hours away. And And it looked like Claudia did all the driving or whatever. But that I looked and I know they're going to get me for this too. That damn team twirl, swirl, or girl, or yeah, them. They're going to get me. They're going to get me. But that's okay. It's cool. You know, we can agree to disagree, or y'all can get me and I'll back y'all up off me. It's fine. But Kenya Moore, I noticed that Kenya is an aggravating motherfucker. She aggravated me watching the condensed version of them riding down. I couldn't imagine being in the car with that bitch. She is an aggravating ass. But your ass out the window, then they gotta listen to that punk ass song of yours. Twirl, twirl, this bitch is all out the top of the car. Bitch, if you don't sit your monkey ass down somewhere, she is just too much. She is like all hyped up and shit. Ooh, just too much. Too much. Well, then when she hung up the phone on Phaedra, that was all some old unnecessary shit. And Cynthia, and you know, but that's Kenya's stupid, so ain't no big deal. So she did shit. She picks, just like they picking her. You know, all's fair, love, and war. But Cynthia, bitch, you be so busy straddling the fence. Now, I guess you forgot they were recording that, right? So you have to explain that later on to Phaedra, bitch, that you was sitting there kikiing and laughing, and you gonna try to make it be something different. I can't wait for the motherfucking reunion to come. Cynthia's going to cry from the time it starts to the time that it finishes. Y'all, go ahead. Trust me. Wait until we see it. When we get there, we're going to bring it up again. She's going to cry from the beginning of the motherfucking reunion till the end of the reunion. So Team Twirl, y'all might as well throw her off because y'all like to fight and argue. Y'all ain't the crying type. Y'all don't let, and that's a good thing. Y'all don't let people just roll right over y'all. Y'all will start the fight if you choose to. But Cynthia don't fit in y'all's crew because that bitch ain't shit. That bitch is a punk. And if y'all leave her in Team Twirl, y'all know y'all got a weak link, and that weak link is Cynthia because that bitch is going to cry just as sure as her name is Cynthia. All this shit that she's doing, all these fucked up confessionals, she going to cry as soon as they go to attack her ass. But I'm just saying. Anyway, but got on my nerves all the way down. And I laugh because a lot of times with Claudia, I see Claudia side-eyeing Kenya and motherfucking Applehead. Cynthia and Kenya. I think I see her side-eyeing to both of them. I think sometimes they go so far that they embarrass her. You know, they embarrass her. But whatever. Anyway, now one thing I'm going to say that I thought was good. When they got down there, as true friends, as something that true friends would do, they, you know, the Claudia bitch said a long time ago that she don't really know how to dress and she don't really know where, you know, where her fashion lane is. And I thought it was real nice that Kenya and Cynthia genuinely brought other things, you know, to work on what her look was going to be to make sure she looked good and that she was keeping up with the group. Now, I liked that because you don't see that kind of stuff on this program. Usually they are like, you them bitches will get you to put the fucked up shit on so they can laugh at you once you get where you're going. So I kind of did like that. And they hooked her up. They hooked her up, and I'm going to go ahead. I know y'all think, oh, he hates Claudia. I don't hate Claudia because I don't know Claudia. I don't care for Claudia because just something with her just doesn't sit right with me and my spirit. And I'll never apologize for that. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. Something about that bitch just doesn't sit right with me. And when she hits the screen, I just get she gives me the willies. And I don't give a fuck who don't like it. I'm not going to apologize for it. It just is what it is. And I've said it from the beginning. So I haven't switched up. When she does something good, I give the bitch credit. When she's not, I still think something wrong with that motherfucker. Anyway, but they had her looking real good when they went to that sports bar. That black dress with her boobs pushed up, that worked. That really did work. She looked better in this episode than she's looked, I think, the whole time. Her hair looked nice. She just looked good. She really did. She looked good. Now, right in the midst of that, I gotta go back now. The fuck's up with her and Kenya? Every time them bitches is anywhere near a bed, they on top of each other, roll around the bed, smacking and rubbing and carrying on. They're giving me lesbonics, honey. Now, I'm cool with it, but I'm starting to get a clear picture of why neither one of them ain't got no man. I don't think y'all want no man. I don't think y'all want no man. You know, and they pretty much have both admitted to being some hard-tongued bitches, you know. So, fuck it, go on and do it. But, I mean, they really do play in that lesbian arena a lot. They're always on the bed, feet all up in the air, rubbing all on each other, carrying on. I said, if they break into some scissors, girl, I'm going to die right here at the TV. But whatever. They sit there, and then, here's another one. Why the fuck Kenya always got on ugly shoes? I don't think I've ever liked one pair of shoes that Kenya has ever worn from the time she been on the show. She wears some fucked up shoes. Just horrible. Look at them damn hooker heels she had on. I said, that looked like you ready to hit the stroll. I did not care for them. Anyway, that's just an observation. Moving on. They go ahead. They was late, the motherfucker. That motherfucker Peter had then got an attitude and called Cynthia's ass, told her, you fucking bitch. You get here. I mean, you get your ass here now, you fucking bitch. And she fucking left them at the hotel and went on and drove on over to the place. And then I guess they got a cab or whatever. And they got there like right behind her. So she had to like have just left them. You know what I mean? But anyway, they get in there and the worst shit in the world. Them bitches went out of their way. Well, no, it was Kenya. Went out of her way, and she was trying to push Cordell Stewart and Portia together. And Claudia was all down with it. You know what I mean? She don't want no motherfucking Cordell. They taking pictures. All that shit was done to get back at Portia. She wanted to get a rise out of Portia. And it's funny. I don't know why Portia would even allow that to rise her, because it's foolish. Why the fuck would you be mad about some woman wanting to be with your ex-gay-ass husband? Who the fuck cares? You done got out from being his beard. Let me move and let the next bitch go be his beard. Ain't nobody trying to get at Cordell. Ain't nobody trying to hear from Cordell. The only thing that Cordell did that was good is he partnered up here with Peter. He was the perfect addition, and the place was packed out. It was packed out, and it was real nice, and I'm happy for Peter. Keep this motherfucker running, you know? Keep it running and make you some money. I'm down with it. I was happy about how their turnout was, but I think Cordell was a perfect addition to the business plan for Sports One. So that was cool. But that whole thing with Cordell and that motherfucking Claudia, that is some silly fucking bullshit. Silly bullshit, but I think old dumbass Portia will play into it and be all bothered because she's simple. She ain't got the good sense that God tried to give to her. That bitch probably jumped out of the way. She just is stupid. But anyway, that's all that basically went on. Like I said, I'm sure the comments are going to be very interesting today, but it's okay. It's all right. So y'all can thumbs up or thumbs down the video. You guys know how that works. And I'll see you guys next week. All right now.